thing is on. Yeah, I think we're there. Welcome back, everyone, to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf, Beer Goggles 21, gentleman streamer, the No Throne Cicerone. And how are we doing? It's a new week. It's a brand new start to. I suppose it's not really a brand new start. It's the end of March, so long gone are the Eids of March, which is also the start of spring, and we are bound for April. Beware the ales of March. Welcome to the stream, friend of the stream, Zeke Skyrunner. It's been a while, friend. So just starting out with April. Don't know that I have too many things coming up, but I suppose time does stand still on this corner of the world. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful time. This morning was rough, I gotta say. I was in the mindset that I wanted to up the production values of the stream, and one of the things that I thought is, you know what, I don't have anything back here. It would be nice if I had something. And so I thought, maybe I should get some nifty neon lights. And I did purchase some, but from purchasing to actually having them up, there's this big step right in the middle that doesn't necessarily gel well with me. I'm not what you call a handy person. I hate handy projects. I hate assembling furniture. I hate putting wirings, and let's leave it at that. Let's say that I set myself out to put at least one light on by time stream came up, and I failed. But you know what? We will try again. Yeah, I thought it would be like a nice idea. It would definitely go with the channel's motif. I honestly went very basic. It's a neon light that looks like a gamepad, and actually you can see it from the corner of me over here. It's just lying there. It's flat. It's not really turned on. It's a very basic thing, but I thought it would be nice that at the very least for the nighttime streams it would provide some nice glow in the back. And then I bought a couple more. One of them is like a beer jug. Hopefully you will see that soon. But anyways, obligatory ales streaming while Zeke is grinding, but we'll be listening throughout. You know what? Do what you have to do. Thank you for joining me in any sort of capacity, and that goes for you and anyone else out there on the Ales and Fails universe. You are welcome simply to hang out and listen to me babble on for hours about beer, and that's exactly what we are going to talk about right now. This is a Lucky Dog Hazy IPA, and you can already guess why I decided to get this thing. It's a nice can design. It's got two puppers on them, and as I was just looking it up on Untappd, I realized that there's actually 3 variations of this IPA in terms of can design. This one is called Lucky Dog, Piper, and Emmy, which I'm guessing are obviously the names of the pups. So you know, that's I thought it was kind of just eye-fetching. I haven't tried it myself yet, but I don't know that I've gone wrong with anything that's been brought to me by Oakland United. Yes, again, pseudo friends of the stream, Oakland United. They haven't been on, but I'm sure at some point they'll be like, you know what, we need to get on this streaming business. Let's get on this. Let's get on this Twitch stream. Okay, how does one describe mouthfeel specifically? What's the range of values? That's a loaded question there, Zeke. Mouthfeel. You know, I would try to say the range of values are the same as tactile senses, in the sense that if you touch something, would you actually be able to put a numerical value to it? I think that it would be more of a tactile sensation of the tongue itself on the texture of a particular drink. And I'm sure I should have thought about this a little better before answering this, but it is a very physical interaction, I want to say. And of course, where you are tasting it in placement of the tongue would probably also alter that. And of course, the most important factor, the factor that we are all thinking about, is what exactly is the body of the beer, and how that conflicts with in what state your tongue is at that particular time, versus what is the expectation that you have based on aroma and appearance. That was a lot of nonsense. Let's go ahead and taste what this is like. I would love to hear your thoughts on the very question, though. I'd be very interested to hear that. And if I could get just a coaster in front of me. All right. So here we got the old untapped beer stein. The only thing I've ever won in life. I think I entered some random contest and they decided, hey, this guy's a chump. Let's give him a glass. Let's go ahead and open this guy. And so what is that hazy IPA? I think we've gone over this a number of times. A hazy IPA is not a West Coast IPA, which is what most people think about when they talk about IPAs. Standard IPAs are very hop-heavy, bitter-forward type of beer. They are India Pale Ales, and they are named so because, apparently they were popularized in Great Britain. One of the things that they used to do is travel from England all the way to India, and in order to make sure that the beers wouldn't spoil, they would add a lot of hop into them, hence India Pale Ale. Hazy IPAs, on the other hand, use the same amount of hop content, but they are not actually involved in the boiling process, or at least very minimally, in the sense that bittering agents are bestowed upon the brew when you boil them. Rather, you use the hop content for hazy IPAs during the fermentation process. And so what that allows the hops to bestow upon the ale is actually more aroma and flavor. And generally the types of hops that are generally used for this bestow tropical, fruity-like flavors. And so it's a very, very different style. I would say that. Let's go ahead and pour this one. Hazy IPAs also are hazy, if you didn't already come to assume that. And that is because a lot of hazy IPAs are actually unfiltered. The filtering process actually removes the yeast and sediments from during the fermentation. And so what that enables it to do is, number one, it's actually quite translucent. You can't actually see properly through this. But it also gives the beverage a slightly more juicier quality to it. And so if you see this, you might think, oh, hey, this guy is drinking foamy orange juice. And it also adds to the body. You've got body in a scale of 1 to 5, you would start out somewhere in the 2.5 and above. Maybe 2.5, 3.5. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff there. It's quite foamy as well. Fang and ale, dear viewer. And so I'm glad that I mentioned orange juice, because this is actually very strongly tasting of orange juice. It's actually somewhere between orange juice and orange crush soda, if you've ever tasted the carbonated drink Crush, which I know is actually very specific to South America, but I'm sure some other people, maybe Fanta is a bit closer too. Somewhere between orange juice and Fanta, orange Fanta. I wouldn't call it crisp. It's definitely sudsy. It's got that initial, as soon as the bubbles actually impact your mouth, you do get a very sudsy sensation to it. It's got no bittering notes that I can actually call forth, except maybe very, very slight at the finish, which is actually fine. Generally, I drink hazy IPAs because I want to sip on them frequently, and I find that if they have very lingering bittering notes at the end, what'll inevitably end up happening is that some of the bitterness actually remains in my mouth, which will actually color the presentation of the next sip. And of course, old ale simply drinks a lot. I would say that one way to remedy that is to make sure that you balance out the water intake that you're actually taking while you're drinking the beer, so that every time you have a semi-new palate upon which to taste the freshness of that beer. But yeah, quite good. I would say a solid 3 in terms of body. And I've been holding a cough for the longest time. Excuse me for a second. Okay, and we are back. Let's see what Untapped has to say on the matter before we close the book on Lucky Dog, Piper, and Emmy. And let's switch to our alternate. Okay, so it's got a solid 7.1% alcohol by volume. Meet Lucky Dogs, Piper, and Emmy, besties of our bookkeeper, Missy. All these characters introduced in the first sentence. Like these two energetic puppies, this hazy IPA is bursting with personality and is ready to win your heart. Tropical aromas of guava, passion fruit, and mango, with hints of apricot, peach, and grapefruit. Good lord, that was a lot of fruits. I definitely tasted the mango though. That's probably something that I failed to mention. I didn't quite catch the other ones, but I will be on the lookout for it. The hops are Cashmere, Styrian, Wolf, and Sultana. I like Wolf. As very energetic puppies, their universes are filled with bouncing balls, butterflies, and squirrels. Their current favorite creative medium, dirt. Well loved and loving in return, they bring smiles to the faces of everyone at the dog park. So that's actually a pretty fun description. I didn't expect the beer to actually go ahead and talk about the puppies that inspired its creation, but you know what? If you're going to describe your beer, there's already so many technical descriptions out there of flavor and mouthfeel. That one was a little refreshing. And of course, here at the Ales and Fails Twitch stream, we love our puppers. I certainly wish that Los Lobos actually came on stream more often, but they're actually quite shy. Maybe if I had some treats, they might be able to make an appearance. All right. So today we're going to play Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I played this back 2 weeks ago. I hadn't played for months, and it was a nice return. I think I'm going to keep playing this because I haven't actually beat the Sunbreak expansion. And the reason why I called this stream specifically Full Burst Revival is because yes, a lot of people wrote in and they said, you know what, Ales, you became famous by using the gun lance and lance, and we haven't seen that. You've been using the sword and shield. And so I said, well, I guess I should give my audience what they want. So you know what, we're bringing back the gun lance. It's got a few new tricks in Sunbreak, most of which I have to learn. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be trying to get some armor sets for the gun lance. So we'll be trying to get some gun lances. I don't know that I'm ready to jump back into the lance yet, but that is in the works. That is my gentlemanly weapon. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to update my ticker, enter my untapped entry, and I'll see you on the other side of this break for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. See you then. Okay, and we are back. Let me go ahead and pull up the audio on this guy. And a measly Master Rank 4, but we'll fix that. We will fix that yet. Okay, so in terms of, I have broken away from the hood. Is mouthfeel a subquality of body, or vice versa? Uh, well, I would say that mouthfeel is probably the interaction of body and how to say, um, your own tactile sensation of that particular drink. I would say, if anything, it is the at least for me, it is the that interaction communicated. Let's see over here. In terms of very layman mouthfeel attempts, the obvious stuff include carbonation and thickness, viscosity. I'm actually quite surprised that you would suggest that is layman. I would say that those are very significant factors in your own assessment and in capturing and in trying to describe that particular interaction. I'm very interested to hear perhaps what more learned scholars have to say is involved in that particular descriptor. But what prompted my question was how people seemingly describe body mouthfeel using a linear scale, with medium in the middle. Shocker. Imagine that. Medium. It is the Goldilocks zone of mouthfeel, right? I will say that I would assume that whenever people suggest that they are mostly talking about the body of the beer, and I'm going to admit that I'm actually in no way any more complex, because if you've seen this stream a long time, one of the things that I often will do is rate my beers in terms of 1 to 5, in terms of body composition, and that will in itself simply address how thick or viscous, I suppose, that particular beverage is, and I generally give a range to the sort of thing. I have never come across the notion that mouthfeel can be described in a particular linear scale, simply because in terms of measurements of how you describe something, it is probably not one of the first things that screams out to me. How to say, numerical data versus there's a particular term. It's not quantitative data, it's qualitative data. But maybe I've been reading this thing that in the entire time incorrectly. You tell me. What was I doing? Oh yes, I was playing a game, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Taking notes. No, please. Do not assume that in any sort of way I am an authority on these matters. I try to listen to people, to the things that they say, but I'm actually always very interested to hear how people interpret these flavors. And there I go, minimizing the suggestion by applying the notion that all of this is simply flavors, which it is not. Some event quests were added. I feel like every single time that I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise since I came back, it's always new event quests and new special deliveries. And I believe this is actually the anniversary delivery for today. I did see on Twitter that they were giving away some stuff because it is the 2-year anniversary of Monster Hunter Rise, at least for the Switch. So happy anniversary to us. Thank you, good sir. Enlightening as always. Like I said, this is mere opinion. I have the only thing under my belt is the number of beers that I've had, that I've made any sort of headway into understanding its very vast and wide, ephemeral nature is a dream as vague as anything else. What was I doing? Okay, add-on content. Let's go ahead and download whatever's available for content. And Zeeg, I'm going to make my friendly suggestion, as I always do, that you should come back to the world of Monster Hunter Rise. I know that we rarely coordinate in some of these game bouts, but it would be nice for you to hear your thoughts on Sunbreak itself. Ailes is in fact an authority in the matter. That is abhorrently not true. And so I currently have the, oh my goodness, I was about to say Korupeko Gunlands. Korupeko has not been in this game for a long time. Let's see, what equipment do I have? The Dawn Moon Gunlands. And so this one is a fire-based Gunlands. I've also just got a Tobi Kadachi set, and the only reason why I have that is because it allowed me to get critical element, and that simply comes from the fact that I was attempting to make an elemental set with the sword and shield, which, as I have said, I think I need a break from the sword and shield. I think I'm good. I wonder if we'll be getting a World 2 announcement this year. You know what? I feel like it's about time, right? I feel like they've given Monster Hunter Rise a lot of support, but they actually haven't pulled the trigger in saying, here's the next mainline entry. I almost feel like they supported Monster Hunter Rise almost as if it was a mainline entry, um, which is a good thing for us. But I think that longtime Monster Hunter Rise players like you or me know that this is a this is but icing on the true cake that is the numbered entries, which is not to take anything away from the portable series and Rise itself, of course. Let's see if I can find an armor set that has gunland space skills. And of course, let's go do one of these. Let's start from the end and work our way down or up. So guard is always good for big shields. Evade window. Burst. But what is this burst you speak of? Temporary. Continuously landing hits gradually increases attacks and elemental attack. This must be a new skill. I don't quite actually remember it. Luna Garon. Part breakers. Nice. Give me something that powers up my shells. Flinch free. Almudron. Stamina Thief. Critical Draw was nice back in the day for Gunlands, back when we didn't have as many mobility options. Okay. I've tried to reflect on why I bounced off of Sunbreak. It might be very well be the increased complexity when viewed as a new game, as it's wont to do, releasing a year later. Oh, I guess that's an interesting take. When a game receives a major expansion, it's difficult to um, approach it with the same type of energy. And of course, a lot of people by that time had bounced off of Rise. It's only old stalwarts like myself that had kept playing Rise that entire time. Um, versus the excitement of a whole new experience where you begin again. Yeah, exactly. The other element is definitely the number of people playing, vastly greater at game launch compared to expansion. Be right back, but listening. Yeah, I definitely get the sense that there was a lot of people that stopped playing following Rise and moved on to other things. Ooh, this one has got evade window and evade. Oh, of course it's the Nargacuga set. Um, but yeah, like I said, even my main group, which is just me and a couple of my siblings, uh, we were all about Monster Hunter Rise, and then Sunbreak came out, and we were very half-hearted about the whole thing, even myself. As much as I wanted to put time into it, just different things came up. Stamina, bubbly dance. Love that bubbly dance. Bubbly dance in my mouth of delicious ales. Focus, fortify candy craft. I am surprised. Am I gonna have to use the Renoplos armor for a while? We do love that Renoplos armor here in the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. Bombardier. Oh, right. This is damage of explosive items, not necessarily shell. I'm looking for artillery. Oh, here we go. Ah, Basarios. Okay. Let's go build ourselves some Basarios armor. I think that makes the most sense. And of course I'm missing some Basarius Pectus. Let's see what we can build right now. No need to equip it. Of course. Nah. Let's save it. So let's go take out a Basarios. I forget what is the weakness for Basarios, but I'm sure it's either water. It's probably water. Shall we take a bet? What is the weakness of a Basarios? Ooh, dragon weapons. Okay, I think I might have an elemental gun lance with let's see, so gun lance. There we go, a level 8 dragon. This will have to do. Let's gem up some stuff. Let's change some of these to dragon jewels. Actually, these protect us from fire. No, wait, these are fire attacks. Dragon jewel. Nice. Certainly trying to keep from doing too much armor set editing while in this game. Brace is always important. Artillery is always important. I don't think we need the friendship right now, especially since we're not playing with people. But we would love to be playing with people. Hellfire Guardian. Guardian Jewel is nice. But it's only if you do a perfectly timed guard. I suppose I could use that. That's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Yes, give it to me. Okay, I think this is as good a set as any. Let's go and pick some proper palicos. Pick some palicos. And the mercenaries are back, of course. Let's just take everything. And of course, let's send them back on their way. I don't know, it all looks good. Let's go get some Nagakuga parts. And away they go. I certainly appreciate at the very least that in Sunbreak they decided to streamline a lot of this middle part in terms of getting additional items, aka your farm. Monster Hunter Third Fleeters will remember the farm and Poogie and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and take everything. I can probably replace the items here for the sleeper herb. Pick a Palamute. I generally just use my Palamutes for this nonsense. Oscar's good. No, I don't want a no-berry. Okay. What's running low? Probably nothing. I have way too many stocks of everything. Dragonfell berries. Wow, that's a lot. In terms of spider webs, god bugs. Maybe I could use more flash bugs. Nah. Let's go with bitter bugs. They are generally useful for everything. And I've got the backroom deals engaged. And let's apply buddy bargaining. Easy peasy bargaining is always good. And then the buddy dojo, of course. 5 more training rounds. Right, we were supposed to actually change palicos. So we've got a healer and a gathering palico. I think that's all we'll need. That's fine, it's fine. Let's just get on with the quest. Find the Basarios.
Take a look at the quest list.
This level might be a bit high for Basarios. Basarios is generally one of those entry level, like a 2.5 monster. One being small critters, two being like a Kurupeko, which we just mentioned. That is way too many monsters.
This is my first time being outside of the castle. So the sights and sounds, well,
It might be actually at level 2.
I'm hoping
Here we go. So there's the Basarios right there. Let's see if there's anything else that's potentially interesting. Okay, let's just fight that one. Don't really need any help.
you'll do great.
Of course I need all the help. Let's go ahead and get our basic sample loadout. Eat some delicious food. Now, people that have watched me play Monster Hunter Rise on stream will know this, and every time they hear it, it pains them, but I'm not a fan of the Dango. Me and the Dango are not close. I guess I was spoiled by the fact that Monster Hunter World had such delicious depictions of, like, essentially real-life food. And yeah, the Dango's look yummy if I was looking for a dessert, but you know what, it doesn't call to me. It's just not. I've had enough Dangos. Let's get some Bombardier, and of course the Magna Crisp. Well, let's check it out. Let's check it out anyways. Well, I'll go ahead and pin this question. The question of the night, which of course brought to you by friend of the stream, Zeeg Skyrunner. What is mouthfeel to you? And let's go ahead and pin this. So it is pinned. And yeah, that's a very interesting question. Also, go and catch Zeke Skyrunner's stream. He watches, he streams a lot of Final Fantasy 14, but I've noticed him doing a lot of different variety stuff recently. Certainly highly recommended. Always a good time. I pop in there sometimes and ask him all the pressing questions. I don't ask him any pressing questions. But yes, catch his stream. And I think that's it. Let's get out of here. And still enjoying this delicious hazy IPA. Lucky Dog. Oh, and of course, folks, stay hydrated. It's very important. As a very experienced drinker, don't ask me to define very. I can tell you that you can't enjoy beer fully if you are not frequently drinking water. I don't know why I was acting as if I was joining up with somebody. Get some of these spur birds. And like I said, one of the armor sets that people who play Gunlands generally will use is the Renoplos armor set, because it's relatively easy to fight Renoplos. They're not really large monsters. Sorry, they're absolutely not large monsters. And gives your gunland certain abilities. I do believe artillery is one of them, but it's very very basic. All right, and we are getting here. So like I said, for the past few months, I've been trying to play Sword and Shield, which I still suggest that it is a lot of fun, but I just kept having the itch to play my big shield weapons, the lance and the gun lance, and so I had to come back. I had to come back. Oh, come on, get over here. Actually, I forgot to take my drugs. I remember when taking these was actually an absolute necessity. Wow, missed the guy completely. Wow, thought he was about to blow up. And of course, one of the things that you have to take into account when fighting Basarios is just the fact that not only will it do fire attacks, but it's also got like a sleep type effect. So if you poke at it from the bottom or from underneath it, you have to watch out for those cloud dusts. And of course, still fighting with a very traditional style, because that's what I generally revert to whenever I start relearning a weapon. Okay, thinking about Rise. Sorry, broken away momentarily. I too am over Dango. Ah, thank goodness. Though it's indeed super subjective. I personally prefer the Western styles over Eastern. Yeah, I do feel like there is a certain breakdown when it comes to the Monster Hunter games, whereas some kind of just focus on Western motifs and like Middle Ages and things like that. Some of the I almost feel like the Portable series is a little more Eastern focused, and of course we have places like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pronounce this, but like Jokumo. Anyways, you know, I'm not going to look for evidence right now on this statement. Old Ales is kind of losing it here. But yeah, I do like at the very least the Western kitchen depictions when it comes to palico cooking. Now that's a statement I never thought I would be saying. But you know what, here we are. I'm still, let's see, thinking about Rise, I'm reminded of how many great ideas this game introduced, specifically the improved weapons and mobility. Yeah, and indeed this game is all about mobility. It certainly at this point, I'm not going to say that it was a bad thing, because I feel like at the beginning I was very, very much in the negative in terms of some of the changes that Wirebug mechanics introduced into my own playstyle. Because, like I said, I specialize in both using the lance and gun lance. It was very much my idea that in order to optimize my gameplay, I had to maximize my positioning and make sure that every single hit that I enacted counted for something, because I wasn't going to get many chances because these were slow weapons. But of course, Rise has introduced many ways in which I can move out of the way and move into the fight, which almost makes those decisions a little bit less crucial. And, you know, first world problem, sure, but it certainly has affected the way in which I approach a lot of the monsters, and in many ways it has forced me to reevaluate the way in which I play. And unfortunately, a lot of that has made it a little simpler. But certainly for weapons that depended slightly more heavily on their speed, it has certainly been an incredible boon. And I certainly don't take anything away from them. Wow. This is amateur hour, folks. This is the Swamp of Sorrows if it could manifest itself into a Twitch stream with a guy that wears goggles and drinks beers. And perfect guard. What are you doing there, buddy? And of course, one of the nice things about the gun lance is the fact that it has its very big shield. And for most attacks, it'll allow you to simply take the attack. That doesn't mean that some attacks don't penetrate, of course. Let's see. Did I hear Gunlance? Welcome to the chat, Lower One. Yes, I was speaking about the Gunlance, a very amateur Gunlance user myself. But welcome to the stream. I have been playing Monster Hunter since Monster Hunter 3, and Gunlance has generally been the weapon, my weapon of choice, if not the lance itself. Sorry, I think I missed a couple of messages there from Zeeg. I'm still iffy about keeping Waterfall as a mechanic since it skews the game's typical risk-reward structure. If they do keep it, they do need to nerf it to have you think before you use it. Yeah, absolutely. I almost feel like whenever I use a Waterfall, that in some way I have lost. I have made a mistake somewhere along the way. And not to, minimize anybody that depends on it in terms of the way that they fight, but at least particularly for what I'm trying to achieve whenever I activate Waterfall, it's almost like I did something wrong and I should have done something a little bit better. Let's see. I'm inclined to agree. I do appreciate that getting to the monster is more skill expressive, while the decision to attack is still just as weighty and rewarding. Totally agree. There's something about being live that makes you play with seemingly 100 milliseconds of lag. We swear we're good when you're not looking. Oh, I see. You know what? I have never seen my stream, and so I would have never known that. But unless you're actually saying something different. Let's see. Though I gotta say the base, not endgame, is a bit too easy. Like story and progression wise. One of few lessons in aggressively blasting plebs worth shelling. You're welcome to provide any advice that you want, Lower, and let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name there. But I do believe that Rise base was actually a lot simpler in terms of Monster Hunter games. Sunbreak itself, though, has actually been a little more challenging for me. As long as I react, it's good how you pronounce. Alright, I'll take that. I like that. But yeah, as I was saying a little bit earlier, I took a few months break from playing the gun lance, and I was trying to play with the sword and shield because I found it quicker and a little flashier. And friends of the stream will know that I am totally obsessed over the use of shields in most games. So the bigger the shield, the better, which is why I focus on gun lance and lance. And then the one time that I decided to deviate from using the shield, the big shield, I use the sword and shield. Back away. Oh, I forgot about this. Beautiful. Of course. And I don't get hyper armor when I do that. I always forget that. Oh, huh. Are you gonna ride it? Where are you? Okay, and now we get the other side of the equation. Where are you, friend? And that was not what I meant to do, of course. Woe is me. Okay. Hopefully one of these guys will run away. Okay. Gives me a chance to actually recover here. Pick up some of these shinies, and we do love shinies. And see, it's moments like these that I forget that I have the basic tools of the trade, like poop weapons. And as I say that, I am reminded that I generally don't actually carry them. Let's see. Where are we? Let's see. Yeah, but like, why are you still here? Alright, better find some. Let me go collect some shinies and then find a safe spot to actually read. Imagine that, you're a hunter. You're trying to hunt a rock dragon. And you're like, I gotta find a safe spot to read my messages. You know what it could also do is just actually pause the game. Look at that, imagine, magic. Yeah, but like the base story and progression just felt too easy. Even the event quests on base Rise were easy compared to all the previous games. Yeah, I absolutely agree that on the overall they were actually a little simpler. Labs in Charge Blade, of course. And Sunbreak didn't exactly fix that. We want dumb stuff like a miniature Gamma back in the game, or an oversized Kulu. You are not alone in those requests. And not just kill God for an earring that no one else uses. You must be referencing some artifact that I actually haven't acquired. But I have heard similar gripes in some Monster Hunter forums. And I forgot this shiny. You know what? All requests aside, all actual gameplay requests aside, I am just saddened by the fact that Capcom did not give me my Brachydios back. That is all really I want at the end of the day. My Spirit Beast Brachydios. And some Slime Blight. Good old-fashioned Slime Blight.
Concentrate.
Yeah, Brachy's non-existence is a pain. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. I'm actually wearing a Brachydio shirt over here. Yeah, you can't actually see it. It doesn't matter. It is I think it's probably because I played Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate first, and it included Brachydios as it wasn't its flagship monster, but it was like definitely over all of the promotional stuff that it's always been very near and dear to my heart. And I feel like if I pick this guy up, I might be able to completely miss it. Beautiful, beautiful work here. But that is why you watch the Ails and Fails Twitch stream. I don't need him asleep. I need to. Okay, you know what? Let's move on. Let's move on with our lives. I also realized that I'm running very low on stamina. Let's see. Though gameplay they didn't disappoint, Rise was still fun. It's just content drought. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir there. And of course I wasn't impacted heavily simply because I kept coming back to it sporadically. But yeah, they could have certainly implemented certain things which were probably, if anything, a little more fundamental. Watching you play is convincing me to sound the hunting horn. Well, here's hoping. Here's hoping. Also, do you mind if I join for a few hunts after you're done? That is. Yeah, you are welcome to join. I can set up a lobby. You know, I actually it's a funny thing because I say that I actually haven't played for a while, and if you were to gun to my head right now, if you were to ask me how do you play online with people on the internet, I feel like I gotta think about it. I'll figure it out. I'll set up a lobby. I believe that's how it's done, setting up lobbies. By the way, do not be saddened by the fact that it will probably take me a very long time to defeat this guy. And of course, we are playing with fire here. Wow, I need to relearn my combos. Wow, I did not expect him to roll in that direction. Nor did I expect him to... Wow, laser time. Yeah. I'm surprised I haven't been carded yet. I think it's always fun that, you know, one of the reasons why I picked up the Gunlance in the first place back in the day, back when Ails was a baby. Not really, Ails is an ancient, but it was simply because of the notion that shells were supposed to deliver damage irregardless of, is that a word? Regardless of armor and defenses and things like that. And that is very helpful at the beginning, but then as the game progresses, it is actually not as helpful, and you don't stick around for the damage. You actually stick around for the explosions. Sorry, I was responding to your message before I actually read it. Don't play because it deals heaps of damage. We play Gunlance because we like having a big explosive stick and an even bigger shield to just block. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah, and so I really, my greatest successes with the Gunlance have actually come as part of a group when I can just focus on being as flashy as possible.
Get ready.
Wow. And I forget that I've got my Palicos with me as well. That's good. Activate the Felvine. And one thing that I haven't absolutely done at all is actually use any of the new switch skills for the Gunlance in Sunbreak. I don't even know if I received them. Back away, back away. Fly. That was a close one. Jeez, guy, how much can you roll? Electricity, that's a new one. There it goes. Kitternator. Oh, of course I did that.
Your days are numbered.
The Wyvern's Fire. So beautiful. I overestimated my stay. Okay, guy, are you even tired? If you were to tell me that this guy still has 75% health, I probably wouldn't bat an eye. Ah, I forgot about the secondary blast. I don't even remember if my shield can block the submersible attack. submersible. Let's see. Exact. Oh, I can 2000% recommend Bullet Barrage. See, I've heard about that. I've never actually used it. I saw it when they announced it. I've never actually done it in play. I think it's supposed to be what's it called? It's supposed to be the X as opposed to the A in terms of wirebug skills. It's a Gunlan's way of thick damage. Just be like every smooth brain Gunlan's main. If in doubt, follow up, just block. Yeah, that is the safe answer to everything. One of the things, of course, that they changed in Sunbreak is the fact that you can simply wall run. I often forget that is actually a fact, and so I'll actually always wire bug onto a wall. Shameful. Can't get hit if the monster's attack don't pierce. Absolutely true. Should do like a... I think Bullet Barrage is also supposed to give you like a few shells of a few frames of a perfect guard, so that if you choose to use it as an opener, you will actually negate the monster roar, or at least somebody told me that. And that's actually quite technical for my very basic style of gameplay. Super armor. That makes a little more sense. Back away. Stuck on an animation loop. But actually, one thing that I haven't asked, lower. I'm assuming you're a Gunlance main. Since when have you been playing Monster Hunter? If you care to share, it's sharing time, and you've got the sharing pillow. Okay, this guy just seems enraged constitutively. Nice, the Kitnator got him. Pretty much since third. Nice, so you are an OG third fleeter, as they say. Though I went back to play every other title till the current ones. Do you have favorites? That's a lot of history. And of course, that's not gonna do us any good. Okay. I'm going to call that a successful round. Not too many mess ups. That is the style, that is the metric under which we live here at the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. And still enjoying this delicious hazy IPA. Good times, good times. Oh, Felvine's back up. Definitely for you story-wise. Frontier because of everything, and Freedom United because it was my friends and my first online experience. Oh, that's cool. So obviously, I think For You really is the holy grail in terms of Monster Hunter games with a storyline. It kind of just takes you around the world. Almost almost like the One Piece of Monster Hunters. Wow, I did get quite a few of those. Yeah, so I really like that. It is certainly probably the Monster Hunter that I played the most thorough, again with my crew of siblings. I never actually played Frontier, but I did watch some videos on it. That one was the online Eastern Hemisphere only game, wasn't it? And some of the monsters from that game actually made it into Sunbreak, if I recall correctly. But out of all, if I had to choose for you, probably the best experience. Nice, that's good to hear. Wow, I thought I was going to cover that. Okay, it fell by. Whoa, hey. Oh, of course I did that. Yeah, For You definitely had an excellent storyline. I liked how they brought back like a lot of characters from, well, not a lot of characters, but they definitely like referenced a lot of characters from the older games, and I actually got to learn some of those characters just from playing For You. I did also just like the fact that you had a lot of hub worlds. Ooh, nice! I broke one of its horns. Block. Finally punishing. Back away. Rope. And of course I just had to take it in order to get that hit. Never mind the fact that I'm on fire. Look the other way, folks. Okay. I should really pack some sonic bombs. I actually don't know for a fact that they affect Basarios, but when I think of underground monsters, not that I was ever that good with sonic bombs to begin with. I was only mildly successful at them when fighting Diablos and using sonic bombs. And then there was what's that Gobble-like monster that was like a sandfish in 3? I think I probably had better luck using sonic bombs on him. Let's see, I have returned and I am able to listen. However, I must save the world one blood two at a time. I know you're doing very important work, Zeeg. Worry not. Thank you for listening to the stream and interacting in any capacity that you can. As you know, most of the things I say are drivel, so you actually haven't missed too much. Let's see. An average born enjoyer. Average born. I think I may have missed a thread on that one. Oh, a lucky life found. But would you like to play a game of Lucky Hit? Come here, friend. And so one of the things that I was saying earlier is just the fact that the Gunlance does have several mobility options here. One of the ones that I definitely do enjoy is just being able to shell my way all the way to the enemy. Ooh, nice. Oh wait, there's another guy here. Hello. Where did... Okay, let's try to get this guy. It's gonna be a while. Messed up on both accounts, trying to rodeo this guy into the wall and then trying to get the other monster to take the hit. Jeez, I thought I was gonna take that blast head on. Move out of the way. Dancing like a swan. We do love our fruits. Longtime fans of the stream will know that I do enjoy my guava. See, now that sounds nice. A guava cider. Jeez, guy. Kitternator. And it is capturable. Oh no, it's coming. I don't know that I should capture him. I probably should have checked on the materials list, and I don't actually know if capturing will be better than slaying. So I might as well just do the conservative thing and slay him. Is that actually the conservative thing? I don't know. Things have changed since my time. Okay, Ale's favorite monster from every game. Okay, well, in Pokemon Red and Blue it was Squirtle. No, of course, let's see, Monster Hunter, from the games that I've played, from 3 Ultimate it was definitely Brachydios, and still my favorite monster of all time. From 4 Ultimate, gosh, what were some... Oh, I might be able to have this guy fall asleep. Just need to chase him. What were some unique 4U monsters? And see, 4U had such a large library of monsters that I almost forget, like, what were the good ones? You know, now I'm going to, how to say, dwell on the fact that I don't quite recall what monsters were unique to 4U. I can tell you that some of the ones that stuck to mind when playing 4U, number 1 was it was my introduction to Teostra, and it probably stuck in my mind in a negative way because I felt like no matter what I did, I couldn't block him properly. It like moved like a turret or like a turret or a slash moving bus, if that makes any sense. But I like this design. I like Tetsukabra as well, just because it was just like, it was different from a lot of other monsters. I feel like a lot of them are reptilian versus the Tetsukabra, which is actually like a frog type enemy, and it was actually very agile. Let's bomb this guy. Alright. The only way to do this. Now, in terms of Monster Hunter generations, I gotta say that's certainly oh, nice. Enemy mech destroyed. Okay, now we can pick out our shiny new Basarios. If I were to suggest monsters that I probably could have fought in Generations Ultimate, but I didn't because I didn't actually get that far, is probably Valstrax. I like the idea of a jet engine monster that kind of just like drops in on you all of a sudden. I've only ever fought Crimson Valstrax in this game, and that is my only exposure to the Valstrax line. But I do like the idea of just like a jet-powered dragon that just like flies in out of nowhere and you just gotta run. And I know that he started in Generations, or at least they tell me that. And in terms of Monster Hunter World, well, I guess I like the Velkhana, and the reason why I like Velkhana is, of course, it was the flagship to Iceborne and all that, so it got a lot of coverage, whatever. But it was also just this very refined, very regal monster, so regal that it had like a lance tip in terms of its tail. It was actually quite a fun design, I thought. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick bio break. I gotta take the puppers out, and I will be back shortly. Probably take me 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and then I will open up an online lobby. Let's see if I actually remember how to do that. But stay tuned. It won't be short, everyone. See you soon. go with some fresh. Okay. So welcome back everyone to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. Apologies that took a bit longer than expected. Unfortunately, dogs don't really adhere to a schedule, and maybe that's the reason why we love them. That's another reason why we love them. If you're just tuning in, we're still enjoying a Lucky Dog Hazy IPA from our friends at Oakland United. As its name implies, it's a hazy IPA, and we've been playing some Monster Hunter Rise, having some nice chats. Still trying to get down the rhythm of the Gunlands, which I left a long time ago. And like, I don't know, 6-9 months. But let's go ahead and try and set up an online lobby. I'm gonna set no on the Discord. I have an account, but it's not necessarily tied to this, and I don't have it on right now. I don't think we'll need one. I think we'll be fine. Let's see. And actually, let me go back to live gameplay. Why am I trying to do this on the intermission? Alright. Okay, voila. Yeah, it would be easier if we could chat. Let's see, play online. Create a lobby. I don't think we need to set any of these things. I think this should be sufficient. Well, I guess one thing that I forgot to mention is that I am playing on the Switch. I hope you knew that. And let's see about lobby information, lobby settings. Okay, so lobby ID, I'm just gonna go ahead and type it up. Don't worry, I saw already which buttons you used. Okay, and I'll go ahead and just type this in. Lobby, probably just pin this FCP LJ1. Cool. All right. Well, welcome to the job. I was about to say, well, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Amazing. Wow, and we got another friend though, Vin Diddy. I forget where my emotes are. Let's go with this. There you go. Wait a second. He looks just like Raiden from Metal Gear. Revengeance. Yeah, let's go ahead and put up a quest here. I am in. I don't think that's a viewer. Did you do a public? Oh, it's just a public. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter unless you really want to not have other folks in here. Would you like? Feel free to post a quest. I'm just going to go ahead and upload. Get some additional item loadouts. You know what? Let me go ahead and create a new lobby, set some private settings on it. How about that? Because I do suppose you do have a point. Leave lobby. Create a new one. Play online. Create a lobby. Let's go ahead and put a passcode on it. Let's go ahead with 4, 5, 6, 7. Nobody will expect that. And let me just repost that lobby ID. Johnny Silverhand for layer. That's actually the first time that I've seen that one. R7 QS to F. Passcode is 4567. Okay, pin this one. Okay. So let's do that. And welcome back, La Lower. And like I said, feel free to post a quest. All I was doing before was trying to get pieces of Basario for a Basario set. But honestly, I'm good for anything. Let's see if I can post, create some more armor pieces.
Let's get you fixed up then, shall we?
Let me equip my Johnny set. Please, please do. Where is that Basarios? Okay, the Basarios X, male X. Don't need to equip it just yet. Okay, and so the last thing we need is a Basario Slash, which I can only assume is part of the tail.
Okay, good luck.
Hello, that is a good time. Look the F up, Samurai. We have got monsters to hunt. It's, yeah, Cyberpunk. Excellent. Well, like I said, feel free to post a quest. That is an excellent outfit, by the way. I like it. I like your style. Yeah, I'm forever bound to the pink regalia suit. It just fits in with my theme if it's not obvious. But yeah. Geez, you are far more 319 master rank. That is wild. Let me see if there's anything if I can pick from the owls. I was about to say cuckoo, but that's wrong game series. It's my stream. I can pick anything. Let me see if there's an event quest with the Basarios then. Since it'll help me in the long run.
Please select the quest that best suits you.
And I'm also willing to do a quest where we've got more than one monster to fight, especially if I've got one more person with me. And I believe Basario's is event questless. Let's go ahead and check the main list once again. Maybe there's... I thought I saw one where you could fight a Basarios and something else in the main list. Or maybe Basarios is actually just secluded to Master Rank 2s. Which is fine. You know what? Okay, so here's one. I guess I've done it before. Skulking among the sand. Haunt all target monsters. That's 3 monsters though. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Best of luck.
Okay, let's go kick butt. That is that is some excellent pose. Actually, that's one of the things that I never really did invest too much time into in this game, was just like the poses and things like that. Triple carver. Yes, please. Don't want to be here all day, so some monster weakener. Definitely want survivability from the Magna Crisp. Excellent times, and I think I've got... Did I re-equip my pouch with things? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're fine. Let's get out of here. Okay, so like I said before, Basarios' weakness is dragon weapons. One of the things I like about the Gunlance is, though, even though it has obviously shells. Sorry, I actually meant to say that backwards. Even though the Gunlance in itself uses a lance weapon, and that in itself bestows elemental damage, it does have shells, and so no matter what target I go after, I can at the very least use the shells to pierce through armors, hides, pelts. And so, for the most part, I don't really have to think too much about equipment. Unless I really want to think about equipment. Oh, and then the rock lizard. Can't go away without kicking it. Though I suppose it would be more practical for me to actually throw the shuriken. Let's go after that Bolvedon first. I like to save the main target monster for the end. Ah, I hate the Daleks. The Daleks. They always pop out of nowhere. And of course, these guys don't actually roar very much. Beautiful, and I have been skunked, folks. I am skunked.
Thanks, buddy.
Wow. Okay, it was aiming right for me. And of course I can't really eat anything until I stop being pooped. So probably should play a defense. And of course, look at that. That is classic Ails and Fails. Sorry about that. Lol. Yeah. I need to get myself some deodorants. Might I suggest a nap if you're pooped? So actually going into the tent, does that actually help you? I have actually never tried that. Oh, I see what you did there. Thanks a lot, Zeke. Thanks a lot. Let's just order some bunny dongo. Okay, some additional damage with the gun lance. Weakener is always a good choice, I feel. And you know, for as easy as it is to jump back into the battle, it is just painful to have to order another meal because you lose those initial bonuses. A lot of them are actually restricted to that first round. But of course, it is nothing in comparison to what it used to be back in the old days. And of course, I can't necessarily talk about Monster Hunter with Zeke on stream without suggesting how things actually used to be back in the old days, and how we only ever used to get one meal, and that was all you got. If you wanted to continue, you had to perform under those subpar conditions. course, along those lines, I had to walk back 15 miles in the snow to school. I didn't, but that's kind of what that sounds like. Okay, so gotta stay away from and of course I say I must not let myself get pooped. And yet, that is the first thing that happens. I probably should take some drugs. Oh, I guess I can't take drugs while I'm pooped either. Here's hoping that it is a time-based condition. Totally dodged that. That was ridiculous. Okay, I think I'm not pooped anymore. Thank goodness for proper sewage systems. One meal alone magnified difficulty intensely. Yeah, because it was that first round was always your best shot to get anything accomplished. And so actually losing that first round and getting carded forced you to question if you really wanted to continue, if there was any point in continuing. Of course, if you were close enough to victory, you would simply continue with subpar conditions. But then it also just puts you at great risk. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I did not mean to poke him well. After you had downed him. And yeah, that was terrible. One of the things that I constantly think about when playing with the gun lance is just the fact that if I am playing with other people, I have to think about where I'm actually pointing my wyvern's fire. But what is it, longsword users have to do the same exact thing all the time. Yeah, thank you for understanding. It was definitely a slip. Nice. And sorry for the generic well done, but that's what I have here. Longsword users are playing PvP. That's what I hear. Alright, let's go chase after the Basarios, which is, I guess, the only monster that's available from the 3 that we have to slay. And at the very least, we will not have to worry about getting those poops anymore. And how did I activate the fast travel? That's not it. This is amateur hour, folks. Signal detailed map. Okay. So fast travel to... Let's go back to the main camp. Immortality does really make you reckless. I believe that is what the Olympian gods used to say. None of them said that. I was trying to... You have left the lobby. I hope that was not what you meant to do. If you mean to re-enter, uh, take your time. I've had my fair share of internet problems. I can totally empathize with that. Oh, disconnected. Yeah. Well, feel free to try to reconnect, like I said. Oh, hello. Welcome back to the lobby. That was quick. So I guess one of the things that I've noticed from Basarios in Sunbreak is the fact that it is always ready to spurt out that fire elemental attack versus regular Basarios that actually had to charge up to it. I keep forgetting my not hailing cutter, this thing. Welcome back to the quest. You have not missed much. Ah, here I thought my big shield would cover me from fire. That's not a statement that makes any sort of sense. They did so right by Sandy Plains and Rise. Absolutely so. In terms of the maps that they took from Monster Hunter 3 and 3 Ultimate, this one is definitely the more... the one that I certainly like the most. I know that they also did that swamp place, and I forget what exactly it was called. But I feel like I still like the version from 3 Ultimate more. I feel like it had a little more life. It felt a little more, to be reductionist, a little more green. And I feel it's kind of like, at least the version that is displayed here on Rise Sunbreak, it almost feels a little bit Elden Ringy with its colors. It feels like dead and kind of lifeless. But that's my opinion. What do you think? Alright, let's eat. Of course, I already took my drugs. Nice. Basarios just happens to also be one of the monsters that I would favor using the gun lance with. As I've mentioned before, I like playing both the lance and the gun lance. I don't want to say almost equally. I think I'd prefer playing the gun lance just because of how flashy it is, but when it comes to serious time I need elemental damage, it'll always be the lance. But Basarios, just because it's made of rocky hide, it is kind of just one of those monsters that I favor trying to chip away with the gun lance and its shells. What's the other monster that I really like hitting with the gun lance? What was that Jay Leno monster? That was bad. I didn't mean to say that to Jay Leno. I'm sorry, Jay Leno, that you're watching. But you know, the one with the big chin. Low blow, even low for me. Positioning. Okay, here we go. Nice, got one in. Oh my god, I am sorry. I can't. I took your I took your rodeo. Ah. Alright, got him in the face at the very least. And welcome to the chat, first time chatter. Amoris 1998, that was a good year. That is also the title of a very good Dance Dance Revolution song. How are you doing this afternoon? And have you played Monster Hunter Rise? That's a lot of questions. You don't have to answer a single one of them. Oh, nice. And thank you once again for coming in clutch. Friend of the stream, Lal Lower. So Uragan and mounting is on default on my end. You're right, it was Uragan. I'm sure that the whole time you were fighting, you were thinking, what is this guy talking about with the chin monster? Why doesn't he remember this very basic fact? Great, I'm glad that you are doing great. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Indeed, thank you for the follow, A. Morris 1998. God, it's been ages since my last follow. That is okay. That is okay. Alright, let's go after the cone pine monkey. Pine cone monkey. So just take the mounts if you want to. I appreciate it. I think that it's an unspoken rule that whenever you trigger the mount, you let the person that triggered the mount do the ride. And you know, that's not something that anybody necessarily enforces, but you know, it is gentlemen's rules, and of course we are everything gentlemanly here in the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. No, we are not, but we pretend to be. Jeez, and you are making good work of that Bisha 10. I should really exploit some of these fast travel options. I rarely do. One of the things that everyone here will notice is that I tend to use Palicos instead of the Palamutes, and that is by choice. The Palamutes that I have, I specifically only use for gathering of materials. Aelwolf does prefer dogs. I am a dog person, but I'm kind of just used to playing with Palicos, and I don't think I'll ever change. I feel like they're a little more versatile. They really are like little fighters that fight alongside you. What's the Monster Hunter Rise 2nd anniversary celebration update? So I believe they gave you a gift with some armors, like true armor spheres. There was something else that I forget. To be perfectly honest with you, I didn't actually pay too much attention. I kind of just took the gift and moved on. I don't know that there's too many things that really call to my attention, because I feel like a lot of the things that they gave you for the 2nd year anniversary gift is stuff that you could better employ with the end game and end game sets and things like that. I'm assuming you are also a fan of the Monster Hunter Rise. I want to get these bugs, but it'll waste time. And of course, that's exactly what I do. We are gentlemen of Kimura on this channel. Indeed we are. Or at least we play them on TV. Alright, let's actually get up to task here. Let's not waste any more time. Take out the Bisha 10 and collect our rewards. And actually, to go back to that idea, I did say that the other weapon that I main is the lance. And for the longest time, it was the least flashy weapon of the lot, I feel. And it certainly seemed to feel that way from the talk online. And so I did used to suggest that I used to play it because it made me feel very gentlemanly. Oh my god! I apologize, even though you have already suggested that this is okay. Well, we actually got to hit him 3 times. Imagine that. Master rank 116. I commend you. Have you actually already finished the game, the storyline? As they say, have you rolled credits? I should have blocked that a bit better. And the monster is capturable, but I think we're going to just slay it. And it's a good thing I've got that healing palico. Otherwise my adventure would have finished a number of times before. Almost, not yet. Beautiful, and we did it. Though I will admit, Lawlower, that you certainly pulled us through most of that. Thank you very much for your support on these hunts. Didn't even need to heal. I don't believe it. Lawlower here showing us how to properly use the gun lance. Good hunt. Thank you. There was definitely a lot of points there that I could have maximized my output and all this stuff. I'm also a sucker for shiny things. I see a shiny things, and instead of going for the monster, I'll go pick them up. No disrespect to all my party members. No problem. Well, hopefully you stick around, and of course, if you can't stick around, you're more than welcome to jump. Probably gonna try to do a couple more, maybe at least one more quest here. I think that makes the most sense. Back in my early Monster Hunter days, I've been told a hunt should be a deadly dance of blade, gun, and claw. Well, that's a beautiful and poetic way of putting it. I like that. I will have to steal that. I won't steal that, but I will credit you. And somebody wants to talk to me in Kimura or Elgato, you know what, they can wait. They've been waiting long enough. I guess let's go ahead and put up one more quest. I don't want to fight a Basarios. It's even though I don't think that I've collected enough items to actually create the set. I don't believe I got the lash. But whatever it turns out, let's fight something else. Basarios. Also, thanks to you, I'm slowly getting back used to Monster Hunter again. Well, I am glad that I was able to put my finger on that scale. Certainly happy to bring back any hunters that got lost along the way. That's a poetic way of putting that.
I'll put everything Master Hammond taught me to good use.
Guys, if you're doing what you want to do, you're never lost. Okay, so still missing that lash. Also, since I mastered any weapon, want me to show you what a true Hunter Horn main can do? Please, that'll be fun. I've only played with, I used to play the old school hunting horn back in the day, and of course I was strictly support. So it would be fun to see what a person that fights with a hunting horn can do these days. I know that a lot of what they do, a lot of hunting horn players do, is almost like a capoeira style um, fighting method. It's actually quite impressive. Well, let's keep this gun, Lance. I'm not really going to. Don't really need to min-max this particular fight. Alright, let's pick a hard one.
Take a look at the quest list.
And that is in no way suggesting that we are going to succeed. Certainly not thanks to me, but let me see if there's something cool that I haven't done. Like hang gliding. Destroy all monsters. Ooh, this one actually has a Basarios. This is actually not bad. I wonder why I didn't pick it before. Don't wanna... Okay, alright, keep your healing items at home. I don't want to see you heal or retreat for more than 1 second. That is a dangerous gambit. Don't dare pull a potion on me.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Would you consider skydiving?
Don't hesitate.
No. Definitely not. Well, I suppose there would have to be something in it for me, I guess. But just the idea of like accelerating so fast to the ground scares the heebie-jeebies out of me. So let's do this. Let me turn in my potions then. You know what? Let me put away my healing cat. Let's see what this is like. Select buddies. Put Oliver back and put in Meg. And Meg is a gathering cat. I mean it. Keep your hands off the potions. All right, let's try it your time, your way this time. Manage items, transfer items. So no potions. Do I have any other healing things here? No, let's keep the Farcaster away. We can keep our charms. Trank bombs are good. Oh, okay, no life powders. How about that? This is a first in the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. Let's prepare for the worst. You'd win an early copy of World 2. No, I would not do it. Have you actually gone skydiving? Now that's a good question. Let's skip the insurance. Let's keep the weakener at home, defender. And sure, let's do a Moxie for good measure. Do I look like I have World 2? Oh, I see. But I imagine if given the chance that you would give it a shot, if I'm reading the situation correctly. Just tell me the target and I'll wait for you there. We'll buff once we're there. Sounds good. And I think I have everything. Let's get out of here. I would be very interested in trying, but we'll see. Well, it's never too late. It's never too late. I feel like it's pretty commonplace these days, to be honest with you. Not that I've ever sought it out, but I'm sure there's places close by that host that sort of thing. Trust me, you can be reckless this hunt. Alright, let's do it. And I'm skipping the treasure chest today. Let's go after this guy over here, Dinosaur Man. What's his name? I am forgetting all the monsters' names today. Sometimes he gets his sniffles. Oh man, what is he called? Anjanath. I don't know if anybody ever saw this, but there was this old 80s sitcom with Tony Danza of all people, and it was called Who's the Boss? And he was a housekeeper and he acted opposite of what's her name? Oh, nice. That's amazing. Um, his boss, Angela, and what is it? He would say, Angela. And so me and my friends, every time we're fighting an Anjanath, we're always like, Anjanath. Of course, that's like an 80s reference. Nobody these days would actually get it. Ails is too old for this life. Wow, okay. Nice. And I am choosing not to turn off this fire. No, I'm not. I just haven't got a chance to actually get it off me. Oh, I remember this move. The Terminator shotgun move. It's really impressive what they were able to do with the hunting horn, in the sense that, you know, obviously classic hunting horn was you would hit your notes and then you would try to find a chance to activate it. And of course, if you were simply starting out with a hunting horn, you would back away from the fight and play your song there. If you were a real pro, you would actually try to combo your song into the fight. But even then, you would have to be really good at determining at which spots you could actually play the song. And a lot of that involved knowing that you were going to stun the monster. Or at least that's how I played it. So I was never a very daring hunting horn player. Ah, totally missed the guy. And you are absolutely right. I haven't needed to heal this entire time. Very impressive. And in terms of what I like to call level 2 monsters, Anjanath is certainly one of my favorites, simply because it really is, you're just fighting a T-Rex with a few tricks up its sleeve. It's a very solid fight. And it's a very good monster to, like, test your skills with a weapon. And it's just got this very muscular look to it. It's also just got very meaty legs, and I feel like it has the meaty legs to teach you about all the monster types that actually have legs to poke from under. If you do enough damage to them, of course the monster will fall. Ah, I should have launched from a longer distance. And I completely forgot about my worm stake cannon. It's also one of the things that go underused for me, like this. Whoop! Ah, didn't connect it. And then it does that little kick, which is always fun. Oh, didn't connect again. Jeez, getting blasted with fire over here. I should probably try and get some sharpness back, but I want to stay on the fight. Okay, let's blast this guy. And hit the legs. Not necessarily the best of shots. Waterfall out. Boom. I should have done the defense where you regain sharpness on that. Sometimes I see these things coming, but most of the time I don't react to them. Let's assume that it's part of all the too many ales. Sometimes I really do like to just sit around and shoot at the monster several times with the shelling. And I know that that is not ideal for a normal gunland style of play. But it does make me feel cool. Alright, friend ales, finally have a chance to step away for a break. Nice, nice. Welcome back. Okay, where is he? How long am I streaming? Probably until 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Though if I'm in the middle of a hunt at that point, I'll probably try and finish it. Okay, I guess I'm taking this. Thank you very much. Ooh, nice. Got the shock. Those are very rarely well positioned. Oh, my Wyvern's fire is not up yet. And he's down. Very nice. Thank you very much, Lalour, for all the support there. Alright, sir, I'll try to drop by again if you're still around in half an hour's time. May the hunt gods be with you. Thank you very much for the kind words there, sir. Hopefully I'm still around. If not, catch you again in your stream, or hopefully you hop into one of these again. Let's see, where's Rosarios? And thank you very much for the follow, Lalour. Very much appreciate that. You didn't have to. If you were like, actually this entire time it has been terrible, I would not have blamed you for it. And before I forget, once more, follow Zeke Skyrunner on Twitch. He also does some excellent streams. He does play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV if that's your jam, but he also does a lot of variety games, a lot of newer games than my stream at the very least. Certainly one of my favorites. Alright, let's try to be as reckless as possible with this one. That's not a good thing to say. Poison. I got poisoned. Nice. There he comes. Ah, I should have foreseen that. And I just got tripped up into the thing. Speaking of which, use the Fellvine. Use it or lose it. Block. Could have done so much more during that time. Oh my goodness. I'm constantly tripping over the same exact fire that I tried to escape from. I gotta telegraph these moves a little bit better. Fire. And once again, kind of a suboptimal location to hit him, but that's where I was at. Wow, and he's already out of it. Okay, let me sharpen up. Okay, and let's get this guy. I really wish I could use my worm steak can a little more effectively. I always find it a little bit slower for my taste. Maybe I just need better positioning. Also, whenever I have the chance to fire off a worm steak cannon, my first thought is to go for another full burst. And there he goes. Wow, it just goes, just keeps going. Something broke. Kitternator. Nice. Is there another monster here? Who is that? Oh, I see. It's Almudron. Which of course is one of our other targets here. And of course, well, I thought I was going to be able to actually ride it. I guess we might as well hit it while it's here. I've always had a fairly difficult time overcoming the little mud blocks that Almudron drops, unless I'm actually gemmed against it. So I can't promise a very refined fight here. What's that fish stat on me? I've got a fish stat. Ooh. Nice, broke it. And it seems like it's finally running away. Or not. Whoa. Ah, I should have wire bugged. Ah, totally missed on my full burst. Scratch. Probably should have done a worm steak there. And much like you suggested, lower, I have not had to recharge this entire time. It's kind of ridiculous how you play support. Jeez, guy. Let's get back in there. Worm steak. Wow, we actually got one. They harden in response to physical trauma. Somebody was telling me about nanomachines today. You're not talking about one of the Marvel movies, are you? Time for a 4-finger discount. Nice. Blasted.
Get back here!
Wow. That was one crazy round. Alright, let's get a move on. I guess we go back to Basarios at this point. And finish the job, as they say. Just wandering around. Should have blocked that. Back away. And the 3? No, just the 2.
I'll end this!
Talk about over-promising and under-delivering, for myself, that is. I like it when my avatar just like, I'll end this, and of course, very far from it. And whenever I see Basarios at this level of rage, it's actually quite difficult to determine when it's going to do its fire explosion attacks. I should probably try to attack its tail a bit more, since I am looking for that lash. I don't think you can actually cut a Basario's tail though, as far as I can tell. I should have moved out of the way. Where am I? Do I even exist? I gotta get it. Just try to get it out of this corner. Okay, there we go. Is he leaving? Oh, I didn't even hit that. Okay. Ah, that was useless. That's not what I meant to do. I like how the moment I suggest I should probably hit its tail, is when I completely become ineffective. Yes, you can cut the tail. Well, like I said, an experienced hunter like yourself certainly knows better. As a Gunlance main, I don't have too much experience in cutting tails because of the way the weapon is designed. Why can't I climb this? What is happening here? I like how I am doing nothing for this hunt. Jeez. Is there like an invisible wall here or something? Okay, clearly I'm doing something wrong. course, the up swipe with the gun lance is probably one of the... Where did he go? One of the better attacks in terms of slashing. But like I said, there's not too many chances to do that. Okay, I'm just taking the scenic route here. This is ridiculous. It's like I wasted my entire stamina trying to climb that hill. Castle on the hill, as they say. And it's very close to croaking. There it is. Use the Felvine. Roll it right into me. No, not really. And there he goes. Well, like I said, I doubt that I got it slash, but you know what? Details. Ooh, a pallium. I do also have the Gathering Palico, so there's always a chance that they'll pick one off. And let's go after our final friend. Bonk is strong. Truer words have never been spoken. And Almudron is our final challenge here. With its massive mud pillars. I can't wire dash up. Okay. Oh, and I guess I'm riding it. One more. Wow. I can't remember the last time I got 4 hits. Maybe I had the gold wire bug on me? And fire. Jeez. This guy hits like a brick. Okay, it's already tappable. Wow. Well, amazing work, Laura. Very much appreciate the support here. And much like you suggested, I didn't need to heal a single time. You have my respect. What time is it? Okay, so I might have time for one more short quest. See, I told you the power of a true hunting horn is amazing. No, I never disagreed. That is some impressive stuff that you can do with the hunting horn. I wish that I would be able to invest some time into it, but with my limited resources here, it's very unlikely. I mean, 8.46 over here. Oh, that's crazy. And thanks to Boast, I'm even doing some good damage. Alright, let's see what we got here. Anjanath Lash. Okay, so the Anjanath gave us a Lash. Tough Claw. Basarius Pectus. Yeah, I'm gonna say it we missed it. There's other hunts though. There's other hunts. Very impressive stuff. Okay. Let's see what would be a good finisher. I'm gonna pick a random monster that I haven't defeated before. Oh, sorry, a random quest that I haven't finished before. Probably a single, since I can't save for too long. Can't save for multiple monsters. Let's see, what's good, what's good. Tale of Two Titans. Imagine, that's what we do for the last 15-20 minutes, just slay small monsters. Yeah, all these quests are several monsters related. Ah, your internet. I feel you. Once it starts going, it doesn't relent.
This is my first time being outside of the castle. So
I guess we could do a Mizutsune,
everything is
if you're
new.
so inclined.
I'm hoping to use my experience here to contribute to my people.
What is the weakness of a Mizutsune?
Do great.
Is it thunder? It's probably gonna be something basic like thunder. Ice and thunder. Welcome back to the lobby. Okay, let's see if I have either an ice or a thunder plants. Yeah, you're more than welcome to jump back on the hunting horn. That sounds like fun, but don't let me limit you on what you want to do. Let's see. So I have a fire, I have a water. I have a thunder, but it's a level 6. That's unfortunate. I have a blast, but it's level 7. I guess we're sticking with this one for now. Can you unselect the quest real quick? Yeah, no problem.
I have faith that you will fulfill your duty. Take a look at the quest list.
Abandon.
Take care.
And reselected. Let me know if that works. And while we're doing this, we're taking the last sip of our hazy IPA, Lucky Dog, from our friends at Oakland United. Certainly one of Ales and Fails recommended hazy IPAs, and it's a plus. If you like the puppers, nope, won't let me join apparently. Ah, that's weird. I thought I could join you on this hunt. Could it simply be because it's a story quest? Let me see if I pick something completely different.
It's great to see you. Please select the quest that best suits you.
Unavoidable cold. Now let's go back to rank 3. Nocturnal. It simply kicks me seconds after I accept. That is very strange.
Best of luck.
Then I'll provide in-stream support instead. Sounds cool to me.
Shines bright. I look forward to your safe return. It's great to see you.
Let me pick something. Like I said, I don't have too much time here, so let me pick something relatively simple in that case. watch me whiff anyways, but like I said, this is the type of quality content that viewers are largely used to here. The Hermitors. I do like Barioth.
I studied and studied for months on end, so I may be qualified to handle quests. But I still make plenty of mistakes.
Let's hunt a Garen
If you
Golem.
have any advice for me, I'm all ears.
And you know what? Let's just, like I said, I do need to kind of make this snappy, so I'll go ahead and request for some support. But hey, you got me to almost master rank 320, and you know what? If I have accomplished anything this afternoon, I am glad that that I was able to do that very small bit for you. Let's go back with Oliver because I do need some heals in this quest. I doubt anybody will jump on, but we'll see. Alright, and let's go eat some food. Let's go with some weakness. Where's the Bombardier, of course, and the Magna Crisp. I mean, maybe if the game gets some decent and fun DLC quests, I'll drag it to Master rank, Hunter rank 999, but I doubt that. It's not as fun as Monster Hunter Generation was for me. Yeah, I think the end game loop in this game is actually not as compelling as the one for Generations Ultimate, at least based on the conversation that I've seen online. The end game loop is monster, but angry. Yeah, but amgy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Alright, let's get some potables. And go after that Garen Golem. This is the first time that I'm fighting Garen Golem using the gun lance. Like I said, most of my quote-unquote progress through Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak has been using the sword and shield. So a lot of these experiences are relatively fresh when using the gun lance. Here's hoping that I don't take too long with this one. Like I said, I kind of gotta run very shortly after this. You got this. I appreciate the kind thoughts. Certainly the support. But I certainly hope we can play again some other time. And maybe we both just need to completely restart everything. I will admit though, I don't play Monster Hunter Rise on stream as often as I would like to. At this point, I'm on a 2-week cadence on this particular time slot. I am what they call a quote-unquote variety streamer, but it is always on rotation. The only thing that gets harder is they get aggressive and extremely hard, and that's it. Yeah, so I know that they don't get any new moves or anything like that. It's more about if you make a mistake, you'll be punished for it even more. Even if you want privately, you can join me and a few friends on stream on Discord. I'll message you after this. Like I said, I don't generally use the Discord on this when playing this game, but maybe you've got a point there. Maybe that would be a little more satisfying. I should probably take my drugs. I forgot to take my drugs. Give me a second to put my personal. Okay. Thank you very much, Lolor. I'll add you once I'm done with the stream. Wow, I dodged that by a pixel. Wow, actually managed to land. And so yeah, this is definitely new, like the No Doubt song said. Yeah, no questions about that. Like I said, going from a fight where you were supporting to myself, just me and myself, it's kind of like night and day. Oh, lovely. Wow. Roll into the enemy, why don't you? Always. There's always money in the bigger wasps. Did he just blow up? I think I'm lagging. There you go. Yeah, I'm not in the hunt anymore. You actually. Oh, sorry. Just rereading what you said. That was foolish. Talk about trying to pick your spots here. Okay. And I don't think I ever got to drink my demon drug. Maybe that's part of it. Oh, and of course that oh, wait a second. I've still got Blast Blight on me. Okay, much better. Even in Monster Hunter Generations U, if I was as Hunter, you could be a lot more aggressive. See, that's a game that I've got to go back to, GU. I honestly only played like a quarter of it before I dropped it for different reasons. And of course, back then for the Gunlands, you had the conflicted heat gauge, which was not really one of my favorite mechanics. For the Gunlands, that is. Just took that slam right in the face. Although I gotta be honest, I love the heat. I must say, I don't know that I've heard too many people say that they enjoy the heat gauge mechanics, but then my perspective is a little bit limited. Here I am just blasting at its groin. Oh great, I'm blast blighted. I didn't realize that this monster had this ability. I made alchemy gun lance and it's so effing fun. And that's another thing that GU had, just the styles. I forget what they were actually called. I know a lot of people had fun with aerial gun lance as well. Oh, come on! Just when I'm trying to catch a break here. I need to get out of the way. Not even my clothes bats are doing the job here. Let's go. Jeez. I didn't even actually know that he did this attack. I saw that. Is that a poison field? Purple equals poison. I forget that shield hopping doesn't actually remove poop from you. Seriously. And the shield will block everything until it doesn't. Okay. Maybe it's time to call on another monster to help us out over here. Yeah, because on base you have 100% damage, orange gives you 110, and red gives you a whopping 130% damage on Shelling's damage. It does remove it. Oh, good to know. Yeah, I actually didn't know the percentages for the heat gauge itself. But then of course there's the dreaded overheating, right? Just half as fast since it counts as dash in that roll. Well, good to know. I think I can endless hop. I think I can endless hop. Hop back at least. And I was actually trying to look for a different monster so we could try to make them fight. And I do remember I set up my... Oh, jeez. I was about to say that I thought I put the signal out when I put up this quest. I'm surprised that nobody has just randomly popped in. Oh, you know what? Let's forget that. Let's just fight over here. At least this is an open space. No, and immediately after I say that, he just goes back. Overheating removes Wyvern Fire and sets your damage to 100%, although you can lock your heat with Wyvern Fire. That's actually a good breakdown of what that ability does. Like I said, I didn't actually get too far into GU myself, so most of what I learned about how the gun lance worked and the heat gauge was mostly word of mouth. Like I said, although most of what I heard was negative, it was always just like with an asterisk, but it also does this. Okay, here's hoping that I don't get pooped. Of course, he goes in the direction that I need him to go. Oh, somebody actually joined the quest, imagine that. Where are my bugs? Oh, here's the other one. I guess they will do the job for me. Can I just get out of the way, please? Seriously, I have no idea what's happening here. I just want to not target the guy. Alright. And of course we're going in the exact opposite way that we need to go. Talk about a bad idea. This is essentially how I used to play the old GTA games, just like very poorly looking at my map and trying to find my way. GTA 3 and the like. Okay, let's just slam into him so we can actually control him. How about that? So we wasted one monster. Okay. Nice. And what I like about Barry Up is that he is relatively quick to attack. Let's try to get one more attack before the Mounted Punisher. And success. Let's hope that it goes through the full animation and it doesn't randomly fall. Try to break this arm. Beautiful. Some good damage here. Here's hoping that I can at least break one of these arms. I could do this fight so much better without all the added effects. I don't think that that's exactly what I need right now, but beggars can't be choosers. Of course, charges instead of picking up a rock. Wow. I need to charge up.
Hold on.
Blast Toad. Wow. And there I go. Wait, who's Momo? Oh, I see.
Use a hand.
Well, thank you for joining, Momo. I need to get a recharge. Just the perfect timing, indeed. Indeed. The greatest timing, or the best timing. I really need to look into the new Switch skills once I get a minute. Let's go eat a meal. Good luck on your rewards. Oh no, I feel like as soon as I, how to say, cart once, I kind of lose. I kind of don't assume that I'll be getting anything, really. Anything worthwhile anyways. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got a lot of shinies on the field. And it seems like they are some sort of bow gunner. When I forget it, I should probably drug up. Poor time to use an armor skin. Okay, some parts broken for good measure. So out of the three quote-unquote flagship monsters for this game, I believe Garen Golem is probably the one that I've faced the most. Lunar Garen a few times, but not too many times. And then I've never faced the vampire one. But I will say I am fairly impressed with what they decided to do with Garen Golem in the sense of the dual elemental. It's also quite interesting that they made not a brute wyvern, a fang beast, one of the flagships. I don't know that that's happened too often before. Like have never seen Kongalala be a flagship. I would know, I would remember that. Well, beautiful. Clearly Momo coming in clutch. And I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We're actually over time. What was the name of that Jean-Claude movie? Sudden Death. I thought it was overtime for some reason. But maybe I was thinking of a double team with Dennis Rodman. Did I pick up all the shinies? There's one more on the field. And yeah, let's wrap it up. I should really censor my camera. I find like I start these things like dead center, and then by the end of it, I'm just like, here's what I'm doing. All right, some stuff that I'm sure will be useful for some reason. Some good friend points. Friendship is good, the power of friendship, as Yu-Gi-Oh once taught us. All right, and let's wrap this up. Save and quit. And let's change scenes here. And let's put some forecast for good measure. Okay, there he goes. Well, thank you everyone for joining me here at the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. Certainly appreciate the great banter from all the friends of the stream. Certainly MVP of the stream goes to little lower. Here's hoping that you weren't horrified by my performance. But you know what? That would be par for the course here with all the games that I play. Um, so yeah, like I suggested earlier, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak is something that I play semi-regularly, essentially every other week. So tune in about 2 weeks in this block if you're interested in this sort of content. I'll probably be maybe I'll try to refamiliarize myself with the lands, or maybe I'll continue with the gun lands. But yeah, I'll probably be bouncing between those two weapons for the time being. Tonight at around 11:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'll be playing some Hades. Tomorrow at around this time, I'll be playing Donkey Kong Country 2 for our bonus round. And then Friday evening, 11:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'll be playing some Super Metroid. So a lot of retro stuff tomorrow, Hades tonight. Here's hoping to see some of you there. And if not, that's okay. Enjoy your weekend. This has been a wonderful, awesome afternoon. But yeah, all that being said, stay thirsty, Wolfkin. We'll see you again.